Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Mondro. Today we're going to draw a kangaroo from Australia. Our supplies that we're going to need today are going to be a pencil, a piece of paper, a black crayon, and a brown crayon. Alright, let's get started. First step, we are going to make the shape of the head. We're going to start probably about 4 fingers down from the top, and what I want you to do is make an upside down U. This is the top part of the head. Now we're going to make the bottom part of the head, and we're going to go almost down to the bottom of the paper. So you're just going to start here, you're going to come down and around a little bit, and then just repeat that shape on the other side. And that is the head. That's step 1. Step 2, we're going to go ahead and add some ears. So what I'd like you to do is start at the top of the head, make a wavy line, go to the edge of the paper, just like that. Come down here a little bit, and we're going to kind of follow that wavy line and then just bring it to a point. When you're done with that, find the middle, and you're just going to follow that curve and split the ear. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Start at the top of the head, we're going to make kind of a curvy line and bring it to the end of your paper. Come down a little bit. Follow that curve and take it to the end, and again split it in the middle. Ears are done. Next step, we're going to add eyes, and these eyes are going to kind of look like human eyes. So come down from the ears, maybe about 1 finger. We're going to start the eyes here. And you're just going to do that football shape, so we'll go up, curve up and down, and then do the downward curve, and then meet at the end. Same thing on the other side. I'm putting a dot where I want to start. I'm going to curve up, and then I'm going to curve down, and then meet it. And then we're going to go ahead and add the irises, and that's just going to be a circle on each side in the middle. And then we're going to add a little sparkle in his eyes, so we'll go ahead and draw 2 little circles that will remain white. Next step we're going to do is we're just going to add part of his body. So start at the bottom of his face, and you're just going to draw 2 lines, 2 slanted lines down. Alright, next step, we are going to add the nose and the mouth. So to do the nose, you're going to start in the middle of the eye, just below it, on both sides. I put 2 little dots there because that's where I'm going to start, that's where I'm going to end up. And we're just going to kind of make a wide U shape, just like that. Okay? And then now we're going to make the typical animal mouth. So from that U, I want you to come down in the middle and come out. So not quite the J, but close to it. So there's the mouth. The next step, we're going to add just a few more little details. On the nose part, we're going to start at the top, and we're going to make a line that comes, just so there's like a thin little line here that comes down. Watch me first before you draw it. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm going to come down a little bit and just meet at that line. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to come down and then meet at that line. And then I'm going to widen the mouth a little bit, kind of just like what I did with the nose. We're going to come around on each side and just widen the mouth. There we go. And we're going to add some whiskers. So you could put a few dots here, because kangaroos do have whiskers, as many or as little as you want, and you can go ahead and add actually longer whiskers than what I had here. Let me fix those and make them a little bit longer. And last thing is we're going to add some eyelashes, because kangaroos have eyelashes. So I'm kind of just going up and down just to make them show up a little bit better, a little thicker. And all the way across on both sides. Alright. And we are done drawing the kangaroo. The next step, you will do is you will get your brown crayon and color in the eyes except for the white sparkle part. There we go. All right. And then add some eyebrows with your crayon. So just on the corner here, just add an eyebrow there, add an eyebrow here. They're just kind of a little bit shorter than normal. And then go ahead and take your black crayon, trace over the eyes, even though mine are done in marker. Trace over the eyes and the eyelashes. Trace over the nose. Whoops. Not following my lines very well. Trace over the mouth. And then you're done with your black crayon. So from this point, I want to just show you a little trick for adding hair or more texture to an animal or your kangaroo. And what you're going to do is those pencil lines that you drew the kangaroo with, you're going to take your crayon and you're just going to kind of scribble over those pencil lines like that. Yours is going to look better because you're not going to see the lines when you're done coloring over them. Mine, you're going to see them, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. And then you're going to follow all around your kangaroo, around the head, and just do those lines, those textured lines. Oops, I'm doing them a little bit too short. So we're going to make them a little longer to give it the appearance of fur. And it actually goes pretty quick. I'm going to do the same thing going down. You can turn your paper to help you. All right, and then I'm going to go down the side of the body, same way. All right, and then go ahead, you'll do the ears. I'll just do one. I'm just going to do kind of the same thing with the ears. And do the bottom. Okay, so I want to teach you just a little bit, just to give them a little more depth and kind of a shading technique. So we're going to pretend the light is shining from this side here. And we're going to add just some hair on this side, and we're going to kind of make it more darker and kind of like we did around the body. So what you're just going to do is you can start above your eyes, and I just want you to draw lines or color down the whole side of his face, just on one side. And just follow the curve or the contour of his face. Going all the way down like that. And this you're going to press a little bit darker than you are on the rest of your kangaroo. Let's give him a little bit more hair on the top of his head. Okay, and then we're also going to follow down this way. So I'm just going to continue these lines. Kind of colored in like that. And then when we're done with that, you're just going to, oops, you can do some lines under his eyes too. Just give him a little more depth. And I'm going to shade this a little bit. So we're kind of doing a little shading. All right. And then you're kind of going to get something like this. And then from this point, you're just going to take your crayon and lightly color in the rest of his face and the rest of his body. You can use the bottom of your crayon. It goes pretty fast. I'll go ahead and get his ears. You might want to make the top of his ear a little bit darker than the bottom. So I'm going to press a little harder to get a darker color on both sides. And on the bottom, I'm just going to go lighter. One side done. This side is done. And let's fill in the rest of his face. Okay, so he is totally colored. If you do have time today, you can go ahead and give him that ombre effect. An ombre is when your colors blend into each other. So pick warm colors or cool colors. So I have red, orange, yellow. Those are our warm colors. If you'd like to do cool colors, then you would pick a shade of blue, a green. You might even want to add some lime green in there, and then yellow. Where's my yellow? And just kind of just color block it, color it up, blending those colors like I did with my warm colors. So I hope you had fun and enjoyed drawing. Sorry about that.
Monday, November